The more that we do, the more successful we are, which hurts me. Wellness should not complicate your life. Who knows, in the next 10 years, you might become a millionaire. You are not the owner of the universe. Does that make sense? Simplifying my life has made being a mom so easy. Being a content creator so easy. Simplifying your life means so much more than just having mental clarity. It means gaining time back into your life. It means spending that time with people who actually matter to you. It means not being distracted by things that don't align with your goals and aspirations. It creates space for you to be more disciplined. Choosing to simplify your life will actually change your life for the better. It will not hinder you from your goals. It will only create more space to propel you forward. If you're new here, my name is Shannon. I am just a girl trying to live my best, healthiest, and wealthiest year yet. I'm essentially starting over with my health and wellness journey, my content creator journey, and everything in between. I'm also a mother. I am also on Instagram documenting everything, and I have exclusive content over there that you will not see here on YouTube. But if you like this type of content, please subscribe, like, and comment down below. I'd love to engage with you. These are the 6 ways I simplified my life to focus on what truly matters to me. Many of us, including myself, have been conditioned from childhood to believe that the more that we do, the more successful we are. The more that we do, the more successful we are. When I hear that, I literally have to take a deep breath and calm my nervous system down, because I am taken to a place that I do not ever want to be again. If you're not familiar with my story, watch this video right over here. I tell you a little bit of what's happened in the last 6 months of my life and comparing that to where I am today. And busyness does not equal success. Actually simplifying my life into systems and routines that work for me, that get me closer to what fulfills me and what actually adds meaning and value into my life. That is what we're going to talk about today. So the first way that I simplify my life is by breaking down my days into mini days. What I basically do is I take my weekdays, not my weekends, split them up into mini days. From 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. is my first day. 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. is my second day. The first half of my day, I will work 4 to 5 hours total, and that is actual productive hours that I'm using towards building content, working with my video editor, planning and building and executing everything in my business. Then in the second half of my day, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., I am a full-time mother. Sometimes I start my day a little bit later, so it bleeds into like 1 p.m. But essentially I take 2 to 3 hours of my first mini day, and I take those hours to focus on myself and my health. After my whole morning routine is done, obviously in that time frame, I do have to eat breakfast and lunch, depending if I'm fasting or not. And then all of the other hours within that time frame, I am spending my time doing actual productive work. And the only reason I shifted my workday into this mini day is because I feel most energized in the morning. And so also recognizing when your body feels the most energized is really important, because that is when you're going to be most productive. That is what works for me as far as working from home. I know some people don't have that flexibility, but this can apply to weekends when you're not working, when you have more time in your day. Maybe you want to spend more time working on something that actually fulfills you, that isn't related to work. You can apply this same mini day technique and then spend the rest of the day doing things that actually fulfill you as well. Just break your days into mini days depending on when you're able to, and fine tune it so that you are able to get work done or get something done that you would otherwise be trying to do throughout your entire day anyway, and compress that time into just a mini day. You will be amazed at how much more productive you can be. The 40-hour work week does not work for a lot of people. In fact, I think it's been scientifically studied that people are way more productive with a 30 to 32-hour work week instead. Because I do have a little bit more flexibility in my life, I try to compress that even more into like a 20-hour work week. Right now, I'm kind of at my capacity. And then, like I said, in the second half of my day, from 12 or 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., I am focused on giving my body a little bit more rest. Recently, one of my friends and I started going to the farmer's market together, and it's been such a joy to spend time with her. And then I also recently met a new friend because of this spare time that I had. I made time to go and see her and get lunch with her, and now we've become essentially really, really close friends. And that is only because I was able to make time in my day to consciously make the effort to actually have real conversations with someone without being bogged down by the stress and workload load that I have because I know that I finished it in the first half of my day. So that has been really freeing for me. And then when I pick up my son, that is actually from 2 o'clock. I'm able to be with him for 6 hours in my day after he comes home from daycare. I'm with my son for a few hours in the morning and then for 6 hours in the afternoon. So that's literally like 8 hours a day spent time with my son. So essentially I am a full-time mother and a part-time content creator, yet I basically act as if I'm full-time for both. And that is exactly why breaking up my days into mini days has worked so well for me. The second way is to automate as much as possible into my routines, obviously to fit your needs as well. What I mean by this is, what can you delegate to other people in your life? What can you delegate to AI? Business owners know this all too well. Maybe you have a skill set that you'd like to delegate to someone because you don't have the capacity to do it yourself because you'd rather spend time doing something else. You might be saying, but I want to control everything in my life. I totally understand where you're coming from, but there does have to come a time in your life where you do have to delegate some things and you have to be okay with it in order for you to move forward. If I spent my time editing long form videos every single week, that would cut into the amount of time that I wanted to spend with my son. And that's just something that I decided I do not want in my life. I want to spend as much time with my son as possible. What that also might look like for someone who is not a business owner is maybe you use AI to give you a weekly grocery shopping list so that you are not bogged down by decision fatigue. If you have a family that you feed, write out your grocery lists and then have those things automated for you so that you can not think about it in your life. Spend a little less in one area so that maybe you can get groceries delivered every single week. Little things like that can make a huge difference in the quality of your life. The next one is 1 in, 1 out. Decluttering! As much as we don't like to admit it, because I know that we all like to hold on to things as much as possible, I think that says a lot more about your past than it is about who you actually want to be. Decluttering has made my life so much easier. I recently did a huge declutter of all of my makeup, my skincare, and I got rid of so much because a lot of it was expired. And as a woman, we like to hold on to things because it makes us feel like we have options. But actually, having too many options is the exact reason why I was feeling so mentally cluttered. And so I think the 1 in, 1 out theory has worked so well for me because if I do want something new in my life, I know that it's not going to create a lot more stress by having this in my home because of the fact that I've decided that when something comes in, something old must come out. And by doing this, you're creating so much space for things that actually bring you joy versus things that you've had for years and years and years that can actually benefit someone else more. So that's why I love donating things, because I get sent a ton of things as an influencer and content creator that I don't even need. So all of my makeup is literally in this bag right now. Actually, most of my makeup, okay? I did keep a little bit more than what this bag can hold because like I said, I do like my options and it's not bad to have options. It's a privilege. So 1 in, 1 out, whether it be your makeup or skincare or fragrance collection. Maybe it's your wardrobe. I also recently did a huge purge and donated a ton to Big Brothers Big Sisters because they literally come to your house and pick up your things at your doorstep, meaning you don't have to get into your car, pack a bunch of boxes, and physically have to move things out of your car to donate them anymore. You can literally go online, have someone come to your door and pick them up for you. When I learned this, I have been donating almost every single month. It has been so freeing, and I don't know why I didn't know this before. Or you can even mail things out. Project Beauty Share, you're supporting more than one cause. So think of the 1 in, 1 out theory as not taking more from you, but giving more back to the world. And really, why wouldn't you want that? Interrupting the video here to let you guys know that I have a free ebook down in the box below for you guys to check out if you are in need of a mental and physical reset. Maybe you've been stuck for a while, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, anxious about life, and you just need a little boost in confidence. And this is a handbook that I poured a lot of love into, so I hope you guys check it out. Again, it's a free resource for you guys, and it's a 3-day reset. Not a program, but a reset. And I hope you guys have a lot of value out of it. So go check it out below, and let's get back to the video. Another one is letting go of unrealistic expectations of myself and others around me. Human beings spend so much time being worried, fearful, wanting to control others. There is no one on this earth that you can control except yourself. That is the hard truth, okay? I still find myself doing this, to be honest. It is so hard for me to undo because I know that my brain is just wired this way to like please others and control things around me. And that might be a personality trait that's hard to let go of as well. By letting go of unrealistic expectations of yourself and others, you are letting life be the way it should be. You're not creating any friction or boundary between the energy that you are now and the energy that you want to be. Living in the future is actually super destructive for yourself because obviously you're not living in the present. And so you're constantly wanting more. You're wanting to fix something. You're wanting to not be grateful for something that you already have. You are essentially picking perfection over progression. You cannot do everything perfectly. You are human. You are not the owner of the universe. You are allowed to be imperfect. You are allowed to be free and make mistakes in the first half of your life because who knows, in the next 10 years, you might become a millionaire. You cannot expect yourself to perform at a level that is unrealistic for you, especially if it's outside of your mental capacity. The next one is reevaluating my health and fitness routines. Admittedly, this takes a lot more time than it sounds. You guys know, I used to be pre-diabetic, overweight, high A1C, on the verge of depression, just very bad mental health issues, confidence issues. I didn't know what would work for me, so I had to take my time and really dig deep into what would work for my body and what won't. Because as a woman, I have hormonal needs. As a woman, I have hormonal shifts throughout the month. Really taking that into account really helped me as well. So nowadays, I've gotten to a place where I know what works for my hormones and I know what works to keep my acne at bay, even though I may slip up here and there. It's just so much easier to stick to one type of diet or routine versus trying something out just because you saw something on social media. And like I said, this might take a lot of time to get used to and find what works for you. Once you do, stick to it. And then once you start seeing results, reevaluate again in another couple months. Because like I said, we're human. We make mistakes. As long as you realize what is actually moving you forward and what's not. I think that's the most important thing. You have to make it sustainable for you because wellness should not complicate your life. Really, it should complement it. And the last one, I feel like so many people just do not take advantage of. It is having a simplified morning and evening routine. Besides taking control of the structure of my day, I had to first take control of my morning and evening routines because without that, I could not have any structure in my day. Does that make sense? That is already built into my mini days. I didn't even have to think about how to structure my day because I knew that my morning and evening routines were already set for me. And so I built the structure of my day around that. And once you do that, everything becomes so much easier because you are able to say no to more things that don't bring value into your life. As long as you have some sort of routine for your body to be like, this is when you should wake up and this is when you need to go to bed. I can't even express how many health experts have recommended to do this or that I know of. And ever since I implemented this into my life, it's like I'm a whole different person. Now that I have a morning routine that I can stick to, that's actually sustainable for me to do, that isn't hard for me to do every single morning, and that just comes naturally out of me, it makes me want to do it over and over and over every single morning, as well as my evening routine. I found that eating by a certain time in the day keeps my bowel movements regular. And it also helps me sleep better throughout the night. Right after dinner ends, I go straight into my evening routine. I start getting my son ready for bed, and then while he's in the bath, I actually like to do my skincare. And so it just creates this harmonious shift in your life that everything just starts to come together, and it makes it easy for things to be built around. So if you really want to simplify your life, I really do think that starting off with simplifying a morning and night routine will help you indefinitely. I've already made some videos about how to set a curfew for yourself and why waking up early matters, as well as how I built self-discipline in the last 6 months. I'm just someone who loves to overshare my life and I love helping others, and I hope that you felt that through this video. So many of you are not subscribed but still view my videos, which hurts me. But if you did love this video, I would love to be your friend. Engage in the comments and like this video if you did enjoy it. There will be a lot more videos in the description for you to enjoy as well. Here is to making this year our healthiest and wealthiest year yet. I'll see you in my next one. Take care.